Hey guys, and welcome to Vanguard Tactics. I'm Stephen Box, and if you're interested in Warhammer 40k, then you're in the right place because myself and Joe answer your 40k related questions every single day.
We do.
But not at weekends anymore.
No, we've got to have time off.
I have weekends off now.
Yeah. I need time away from Steve.
What? Why are you just going straight in there with the jabs?
it stores up all day, and I'm like, oh, therapy's coming later.
You can release it on the show, on the live show. Yeah.
Because I've got people are watching.
Yeah.
So if you attack me, it's on camera and it's recorded.
So what you're trying to do is poke the bear.
Yeah.
And then if the bear retaliates,
I'd run.
then you can see you've got evidence. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, lucky for you, Joe, I'm not a violent man.
Yet.
No.
Hello.
So anyway, if you're interested in Warhammer, like I said, please send over your questions. And welcome if you are new to the channel. We absolutely appreciate it if you give this video a good thumbs up, like, and also subscribe. So day 75 now. Day 75. Get in there. And I think I've made a decision.
What's that?
I think I'm going to stop doing the daily lives.
Oh, really?
At day 100.
Oh, that's all right then. I get 25 more days.
You get 5 more weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or what we'll do is do a live every day. Well, like, you know, the 5 days a week until 9th edition drops.
Okay. What if it starts when 9th edition drops in like 8 weeks?
Then maybe the 100 days come sooner.
Yeah, it goes a little bit longer, yeah.
Because the reason for that is because when 9th edition drops, I want to record 9 battle reports in 9 days.
And put them out?
And put them out.
Wow.
For 9th edition. But I'm going to need time, and I'm sure you guys would really appreciate 9 battle reports in 9 days.
Yeah.
That would be incredible, wouldn't it?
That'd be quite good fun. And we've got the armies to do it,
so
we've got a bit of variation. So it'd be 9 days, 9 battles, 9 games of Drakari.
No. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, give this video a thumbs up, and then we know that you guys are keen, as that would be something that we're most certainly interested in. Yeah. That'd be good. Right, anyway, guys, send us over your questions.
Yeah.
So what are you going to be doing this... big news, Joe. Remember, the Vanguard Tactics Terrain Signature Series goes on pre-sale to everybody on the Vanguard Tactics Academy today. Today is the day...
Right now?
Right now, you can register if you're a student to get your sign-in, and then, sign up for whatever you want. You get not only do you get 4 weeks pre-orders, because we cannot run, there's only so much we can obviously manufacture in one go. So we're saying, right, if you're on the academy, you get the first 4 weeks free, first 4 weeks not free, but first, and you also get 20% off.
It's pretty good.
If you're an academy student.
Yeah.
If you're not an academy student, then obviously you don't get the 20%.
Sign up to the academy.
You could
join us.
Join us on the academy. Link is below.
And then get terrain.
And get some quality. Now, the other thing, it is 9th edition ready terrain, because absolutely everything is, all of our ruins are over 5 inches.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, eh?
Who would have thought? Super lucky.
I do make good predictions, you've got to admit. I'm a good predictor.
Yeah.
I make...
Just luck.
I wish I could predict the lottery numbers like I can predict 40k rules.
Like, how tall should we make it?
5. There's this number 5. It has to be 5. Yeah. So all of the ruins are over 5. So it's 9th edition ready terrain. Yeah. Or you can use it for 9th edition. Obviously, you could use it for other stuff like just decorating your house. Whatever. You could use it for whatever. And it is completely pre-painted. Yeah. Okay. So you literally just glue it together. About 3 hours for one of the kits. About 4 hours.
Yeah,
for
I think
the other.
it'll be like the first building.
Yeah.
You get it'll be a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
But they all kind of follow the same kind of design, concept.
Yeah.
So once you now do the first one, you'll be able to do the rest.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And we've got ruins, Mars, snow, desert, jungle, and ruins, Mars, snow, desert, jungle. 5.
It's 5?
5.
I think it's 5.
So whatever map you've got,
it'll match it.
It'll match it.
And we got to spend the day just making battle scenes. That was cool.
That was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today, if you're in the academy, you can get that. Also on there is you can buy the gold objective markers, the Vanguard Tactics objective markers, and my own design of the 9-inch measurer. Also, you can get your army tray in black.
It's quite sexy.
You can get an MDF one, like normal, or you can get a black and gold display tray / carry tray. And we've got segments, so you can use it as a dice rolling tray or whatever it might be.
And, it's double-sided, so one side can be a normal carry tray, and the other side, if you wanted to glue it all together as one piece, can become kind of like a display tray.
Yeah,
you can glue stuff in there.
I think we've paused a little bit there, but anyway. So what Joe was saying is that basically the tray is double-sided, and you can have it either carry tray, turn it over, display tray. So lots of different options, and you can order that if you're a student. Like I said, grab yourself a good little discount on some of those things.
Oh, it's frozen.
Oh,
it'll go again in a minute.
It's frozen. I think it might be freezing because I'm currently uploading mine and Brian's video up to YouTube. It's taken longer than I expected.
Why?
And I don't really want to stop it because it's mid-upload. So, it's 11 gig uploading. Anyway, so new air flyers came out today. New rules of flyers.
The Sun Sharks are becoming the best flyer in the game.
The what?
The Sun Shark, the town one.
Oh, my days.
Anyway, it's going to be all about
Corvus Black Stars for days.
The Corvus Black Star is going to have a massive boost now that it doesn't have negative modifiers for moving and shooting.
Oh, the Corvus.
But
I need triple Corvus in my life.
We need to get 2 more Hemlocks. Just imagine just like blooping those in all over the table.
Blooping in?
Bloop. Like, bloop. That's how they arrive. That's the noise they make.
Okay, right, yeah. So anyway, we've got... Brian said definitely 9 games of Drakari. So anyway, give us some likes, guys. If you want the 9 battle reports of 9th edition, then it is going to be hell of a work. Because it takes about 20 to 30 hours to edit one battle report. Yeah. So I'm going to have to get real quick. So we're going to have to film in the day, and then I'm going to have to edit in the evening.
We're going to have to film first thing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like get in probably early.
Yep, 6 a.m.
You're going to bring breakfast?
No, you're bringing croissants, chocolate.
Panel chocolates.
They're the ones. They're the ones that I like to put in my belly. So JW said hello yet again. But to start with questions, how come to Marines are when it comes to Marines, are eliminators good in every chapter? I know they are silly in Raven Guard, but some others have no obvious synergy. I like them in Iron Hands with a reroll a hit, reroll a wound. That's really nice. I also like them in Ultramarines because they can move and shoot without penalties.
Fists, they're all right.
Yeah, because they're bolts, so they get exploding 6s.
Exploding 6s, and you can give them benefits to get like +1 and stuff to wound against vehicles. Like if you really need to get like that last
wound. +1 damage.
You get +1 damage, but they've got Imperial Fists have got +1 to wound strats against vehicles. So if you really desperately need to do it, but if you've got 9 of them, you might roll a couple 6s. Might get lucky. Delarian
said, I don't like the new blaster rules. They are too good. Can you convince me I'm wrong? I can convince you you're wrong. And the reason for that is because if you think about it, there are... Let's take the rapid fire battle cannon, that the knight has. So he's got a rapid fire battle cannon. It's 2d6 shots. Yeah. Now, it's going to be minimum 3 shots per dice, correct?
That's what I've taken it as.
So when you're shooting a unit which is 6 to 11 models, 6 to 10 models, that's what we've interpreted as. So you're going to get a minimum of 6 shots.
Yeah.
The average on 2 dice is 7.
Yeah.
So more often than not, somebody's actually going to roll higher than that anyway.
Yeah.
But it's only on the off chance you roll like a 1 and a 2, one of them becomes a 3. Do you know what I mean? Like, so they would have got 4 or 5 shots, and they're now just getting those 2 extra shots. And then when you add in their ballistic skill of 3, more than likely one of those extra hits. So even let's say you did roll really bad, and in 8th edition, and you rolled a 1 and a 2, and you got 3 shots. Yeah. So now you're going to get 6 shots, But remember, because you're only hitting on 3s, one of those is going to miss anyway.
Yeah.
So it's actually only an extra 2 hits.
Yeah. It depends on what you're shooting at. Like if you're firing that battle cannon at infantry, it's a bit meh. Yeah. Really.
So it actually, I don't think it's overpowered whatsoever. Against Horde, well, at the moment, Horde are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And they're going to get such a boost from terrain anyway. You got to think when the Knights can actually get to see them, then yeah, they're going to need to be able to do some damage. It's that kind of like knife edge of you either have dreadful terrain rules, but with weaker guns, or you can get more consistent guns, but with better terrain. And I think GW have made the right move. So please, 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 don't fear it.
And you can't fire blast when you're in combat now anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
what everyone was worried about isn't like they don't have to worry. And armies that horde now are still going to horde anyway.
Yeah.
You're not going to run. You're not going to see like mid players running 5-man squads of Gene Stealers.
No,
that'd be madness.
It would be, yeah. Just to ignore the it would be silly. Brian's called me the master predictor. Well, I mean, yeah, I'll take that.
I've called him other things, but
what? I don't like the new blast rules there too. Okay, yeah. Simone has said, hi, all good. Yep, I'm doing really, really well, mate. Vehicles, shortly, armies and flyers have received a buff. Terrain seems to be quite bad. The only good news for melee is a reduction on the tabletop. Am I too negative? Simone, I actually think terrain rules have just got very, very good.
Yeah.
Looking at our terrain now, with how it plays and things, we're going to get a test game in next week to see exactly how it plays using the new terrain rules, because we haven't had time yet, literally with the drop yesterday. Yeah. But we've pretty much been playing with our terrain anyway, and I actually think melee armies are going to be in a very, very good place.
And getting the normal save is great, but also if you go in heavy terrain, that really helps some people out.
Yeah.
Especially if, like, say, Marines charge into a bunch of guard in a building, those guard are still going to get if you're normal Marines, they'll get like a 4-up save
in cover. Yeah,
in cover,
that's nice.
Which is a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. Obscure terrain is super good for melee. Changed my mind. My red butchers are on standby as we speak. Yeah, and I charge you, and if you charge an enemy in a terrain, they don't get cover save.
Oh yeah, so it'd be the second round of combat then, I guess.
Bit strange that.
Yeah.
I would have thought that if you're in cover, you can take the defensive position. You should get a cover save.
Maybe there's more to that rule.
There could be more to it. Remember, we've only seen some sneak peeks. Okay.
Yeah.
Terrain is a huge step forward from 8th as written, but a huge step back from ITC terrain rules. Is it though?
It depends on your
size of your terrain.
Yeah, it depends on what you've got at home. If you've got all the new GW stuff,
or the Vanguard Tactics series, you're fine.
Okay, pre-existing terrain before us, right? All the new GW stuff is 5 inches tall. All the Cities of Death stuff is 4 inches tall. Right. So you might just have to just get rid of that stuff. Get our terrain.
Yeah. Or GWs.
Or just put stuff on top just to rise it up a little bit higher.
Yeah. Remember, you could put on a base and you could mount it to go to 5 inches. Like the bit I've got some of those big Imperial sector things.
Yeah.
They're over 5 inches, so you can get good terrain in the kill team boxes. I'm not saying you have to get ours. Like there's loads of cool options out there, but GW have got some stunning pieces, like with the Sisters box. That thing is massive. I know it's not. I mean, if you just wanted to use it as a ruins and not in a Sisters army, that's really cool.
And also, GW said in the stuff is that you get to pick with your opponent. You both stand there and you assign what that terrain does.
Yeah.
So you can always work out what's best for you.
I don't like that so much.
Yeah.
I would rather it just be like, this is ruins is this. That is that. When we do our events, you're going to know. You're going to turn up to the table and it's going to tell you what keyword. Because otherwise, what might happen is, I can literally picture it now. You're going to be like, I get my heavy cover save, and I'll be like, no, that's not heavy cover. We said this one was heavy cover, but not that one. And that one is heavy cover, but this one. And that one's not scalable, but this one is. And you can't go through that one, but that one's impassable. And this one, you're like, no, I thought that was impassable. That was scalable, and this is obscure, and that one's heavy. And this
do you reckon they're going to release some kind of markers? Like, but it won't have words on it. It'll have pictures.
Maybe you need something simple.
Yeah.
I would just go, ruins are this.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool, bang. Go in the mission pack. So players who come to our tournaments or events will go, cool, I know exactly what it is. And that is if GW haven't already done that, which they may have. So anyway, cool, right, so that's that.
Jared says, lol. I get on for the live, Stephen has his head on the table and Joe is grinning. That's like my day. Steve's just in abject sadness.
Speaking of which, Stephen and Comfortable Butterworth, what do you think? What do you both think about obscure terrain? Good for everyone. Buffs melee, not good enough, and shooting is still king. I don't even think shooting is still king anyway.
No.
I've been smashing it with combat armies for weeks.
Yeah, just follow the Steve Box trifecta of all infantry armies.
Can you not just give away all my tactics for free?
All infantry armies with the fly keyword.
I don't have all of those.
Boom. Just
like, combat, you know.
3 squads of 10 of the new.
The
new Admech Birdmen.
No.
Just 60 of those.
No, Joe. They're shooting.
And the horses. Yeah, but they're really good in combat as well.
When you say really good,
it's like their little.
When you say really good,
let's strength 5 pinchy claws, and they get a good decent amount of attacks, and then they burn you in the face, and then when you charge them, they just fly away.
Let's think about let's really think about the word really good. Okay, it's not. They're okay. They're not
2 wounds.
Like, I wouldn't say they're awful. No. They're okay. They're certainly not Sanguinary Guard. They're really good.
Yeah, but how many points is a Sanguinary Guard? What? Like 30 points a model?
Let's move on. They're not a combat unit, are they?
Burn your face off unit.
Camden said melees are going to need to start further back than before. I don't know.
Depends on the terrain.
Board's closer as well.
Yeah,
it's a smaller board.
The board's smaller. It depends on what terrain you've got available, because you can just building jump, and then once you're in position, just charge your whole army.
Yeah. Some people saying here, so the +1 save in heavy terrain seems kind of pointless. What do you guys think? Again, we haven't seen everything, so guys, please don't freak out. Okay, don't worry.
Because
it's going to be good.
In the old rules, it was like light terrain +1 save, heavy terrain +2 to your save. But they've said you get a +1. It might be like -1 to hit them or something.
Yeah. Spud Unit has said, "Hello chaps. Any early thoughts on Space Wolf armies and 9th news so far? Most lists I've seen in recent times are based around Impulsion Rush. Any thoughts on whether this will change?" Do you know what? Impulsor Rush, right?
I don't get it.
Or Rhino Rush. That's like just saying.
Rhino Rush is technically better because you can charge when you get out. Impulsors you can't.
I just feel like it's just. Do you want to play a super boring game with these units?
Do you want to play a super boring play against
that don't shoot anything and don't fight anything, but they're just going to stand there? That is not appealing to me.
You could just run 3 squads of Wolfen and then loads and loads of. Who are the jump pack ones?
If you want a really good Space Wolf list, there is one on our blog page. All you need to do is go to www.vanguardtactics.com and find the Saga of the Wolf Psychic Awakening blog post that we did. Okay, search through there and you can download my Space Wolf list. That will be a really good start. And it's just so much more fun, in my opinion, than running 6 Impulsors.
Yeah.
Great, I've got 4 up save, but they don't do anything, they just stand there.
Yeah.
That's not, for me, what Warhammer's all about. It's not War Impulsor, is it? It's Warhammer, you know, the emphasis on the hammer.
Yeah. I don't get them because you blitz it forward, you get out, you can shoot, but then you can't do anything afterwards.
They're just durable, they just take up the board. That's what, they're literally just the hold ground.
They need to bring back the assault vehicle rule like the Land Raider had, where that could move, you could disembark.
See, that's what me and Jack were talking about the other day, because obviously now all vehicles have got Power of the Machine Spirit. Hopefully we'll see Land Raiders with that rule back, because they need something a little bit extra special.
Because the only army that benefits from it is the Crusade. What are they called? The Crusader dudes, Black Templars. Yeah. But only one unit can do that.
Serena said, I get we haven't seen it all. Maybe defensive as you get +1. Keep it the good wise. Not been able to catch you live for a while with the working kids, not a problem. Camden said it's not just about the 5 inches, it's being able to shoot into buildings. Sitting in cover is now huge liability. Well, again, like, all you need to do is block off your terrain.
Yeah.
And there's nothing suggesting that the ITC still won't say bottom level blocks. That could still be a thing.
I imagine they will.
You know, like on all of our terrain, it's the bottom level is all blocked
but
anyway.
When you build it,
you've got the option.
It has the windows in it, and you can choose to have either the windows shuttered down or open. Yeah. So it's entirely up to you whether you just shut it all off. It's bringing around a nice one.
So here you go, look. Blocked. Or you can stick them blocked, you see?
Yeah.
The only bit which is currently out is this bit. So you could just stick in one of those bits.
The shutter things, you can have them the other way round, so the window is open and you can shoot through. So
again, with whatever terrain you've got, model it appropriately. Like if you've got GW terrain, model it appropriately. If you've got R terrain, model it appropriately, you know? This is, by the way, for the this is like the one for the snow map or the Arctic, which actually works quite well on ruins as well.
Yeah.
Stephen, any obvious factions you're worried about in the meta, like Iron Hands, Leviathan Castle with Chappie, Laz BA? Laz BA?
What was this?
JW. I'm not really worried about any faction, to be honest. Until I see 9th edition, it's going to be super hard to really get a good grasp of everything.
I reckon 9th edition, when we go into it, is going to be just a bit of a free-for-all. Because everyone's just going to be experimenting. There's going to be, like when 8th editions first dropped, there's going to be a good 3 to 6 month period where people are just rocking up with anything to see what works.
And also, people just are going to want to play some games. We've been locked down. We haven't been able to play, or most people anyway. You know, the only reason why we can is because it's our work. Apart from that, everyone's going to be so happy just to get out and roll some dice. It's going to be great. Chap Dev, maybe it's burnout from Psychic Awakening. Pretty awful Eldar lore and mistreatment. Now 9th, but I found most of it off-putting than hype. Not sure what it is in particular.
Well, it depends on which Eldar you're looking at, because Craftworld Eldar got some really nice bumps for their Exarchs, and they actually got some really decent Craftworld traits.
Yeah.
So they actually ended up in a fairly decent position, and I'd probably say they're 2nd or 3rd down from the top best army. I'd say.
Right. Okay.
Out of all of them.
Right.
Drukhari, not so great. But they're still super powerful. Kill Marines for days.
So let's have a look at this. Competitively speaking, which I'm not going to talk about the lore. And the reason for that is because I didn't read a single page in the Psychic Awakening book. All right? I'm a competitively minded person. I'm not really a particularly great reader. I've listened to things on an audiobook, but because they're not available on audiobook, I haven't listened to it. So the lore aspect, I'm not fussed about, personally. The Craft World were in a good position. They got a little bit better. They're certainly not an auto-take, which you don't want anyway. You had to think around okay, I need to take this from that, this from this. And I had some really, really good success with Eldar. Really good success. I nearly took Eldar to the LVO. I was that confident in my ability to do well with them over Iron Hands. But I chose not to. I took Blood Angels in the end because I just really enjoyed that. You know, it was new. No one else has taken him. I thought that'd be cool. But Eldar were an okay place. Dark Eldar didn't need it. Dark Eldar are one of the most balanced codexes there is available prior to most of the Psychic Awakenings even coming out. So actually they were already up there. Harlequins just released, got an incredible boost from Psychic Awakening, and in my opinion are one of my favourite armies now. So I will be honest, Chap Dev, I disagree with the mistreatment.
I think it's more of a case of that
they need new models. Eldar need new models.
I don't think it's mistreatment. I think it's perspective-wise from GW. They've just got a lot less. Because they're good and they're in a good place, they haven't needed an influx of new models and new rules.
Eldar are not a They're not like, oh, I'm just going to put this down on the table and it's going to win me games. They're not that type of army. It's not an obvious play style. Some of the things in the Eldar book, you need to get super diligent in the order in which you cast psychic powers, where you bring your charges in from, which units you do charge with, which side you attack from, because it's a very skillful, high skill level ceiling list.
They're a proper glass hammer army with a proper nuanced kind of use. There was a time when you could just chuck stuff on the table and smash everyone. But now they're one of those armies where you can do really, really well, but you misstep at any time and your opponent will just crush you for it. So I think with my Drakari, I lose more games than I win. And I lost a lot of games before I actually won any.
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. So I don't, and I'll be honest, I'm really looking forward to 9th. I cannot wait to see what they've done. And the reason for that is because I love what GW have done over 8th edition. Absolutely, outstanding job. The rules team have done a brilliant job. The play testers they've got on board, I know most of them personally, and I know that they're very good players and they're not biased. And I know they'd have done a great job. So I've got full faith in what 9th edition is.
And you've got to think where GW is now. If you were in the hobby 10 years ago, right, you would get an FAQ for a codex, maybe.
You get it 2 weeks after now.
2 weeks after. Like every event, everything that goes on is constantly followed up with contact.
Can I just say something?
What?
If you ever feel negative about the game, the best thing you can do is probably take yourself off Facebook. Facebook groups, I go through them, I'm in a lot of them, and there is so much negativity. And it's normally the negative people that happen to be the most outspoken.
Well, it's easy to write about something you're not happy about.
Yeah, and the difference is, like, I get people all the time criticising my videos, and they'll go, oh, you should do this, or I wouldn't have done it like that, and it's kind of like, well, I tell you what, make your own channel and give it a try. And then you'll really know how hard it is to get the audio right with the lighting and the recording and the editing and the amount of time and hours it takes, right? So here's the thing. Take yourself away from negativity, because whoever you surround yourself with, you will become like them. Okay, so be around more positive people rather than negative people. Do not get drawn into negative debates of people. Just go, look, I'm going to just step back a minute and I'm just going to see what it is for myself, okay? Surround yourself with positive, like-minded people, and you'll push yourself to be more positive, and you actually improve that way. But don't get drawn into it. It's just not. There are some a lot of negativity, which is why I love. Like, I literally put a post in my tactics in our community page the other day to say how grateful I am to have a community group that is zero negativity.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything bad. I see debates, but they're often, oh, you could take this. Well, actually, the reason why I'm taking that is because of this reason. Oh, I've never thought about that. I'm actually going to include that in my list. We could, together, do this instead. That's amazing. That's really constructive. It's like unanimous teamwork on trying to make a list better or more optimal. That's amazing. Not like just trolls. So, and if you ever see me act on social media,
because quite often you'll see like someone will be like, I want to collect this army, how do I start it? More often than not, you will see people say, don't take this, this unit is terrible, don't do this, don't do this. Every once in a while, someone will be like, what you should do is take this. And then those people just get downtrodden. What you can do is be like, what's your favourite model? Start with that.
Yeah,
and build out.
It really depends. Like, again, I'm quite active in the Blood Angel group, right? And somebody will ask a question like, oh, what do you think about this? And I'll go in, I'll go, well, this is from a competitive standpoint, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. Okay, like, we get a lot of buffs for this reason, so this is why it played really well. Somebody else go, take a Leviathan Dreadnought. But why? There's no reason for that. And you, again, like, if I was to speak to somebody, it's all about, are we on the same page? Do we play the same mission pack? Hopefully we will do soon.
Yeah.
You know, do we play in the same meta? You might be just playing against your mates who take their favourite armies. I'm going to events where I'm trying to come first or, you know, play. So your goals might be different to mine, and it's just avoid it. Literally avoid it. Find yourself a group of like-minded people. Even one other person that you share the same thought process with is much better to talk to than a group of people, or search out experts in their field.
Yeah.
Like if you want to speak to a fantastic painter, seek out the best. Like I would go and follow like Andy Wardle from Cult of Pain or Siege Studios, and I would send one of those a message or whatever it might be and say, hey, I really appreciate your work. Is there any way that I can, you know, access some of your paid content? Can I pay you for some tutoring? Get some real quality advice. Like if I get people messaging me about my Blood Angels, oh, Steve, can I get some help? Yeah, of course. On my academy, I've got this, and this. Yeah. This will be able to help you, okay? You know that you're getting an expert opinion. Like I work in the fitness industry. I have done for the last 10 years. I, you know, have written for most of the big magazines. I've been a speaker at some of the biggest events in the world, and when I help people because they seek me out rather than just going on Instagram and following the latest faddy diet. It's the same for Facebook. So look, avoid that. I know we've kind of gone off topic a bit, but I think it's really important at this time. There is so much negativity, so just avoid it, okay? Sorry, said a modern day Gandhi. I mean, yeah, that's big, but
it's something he's very passionate about.
Yeah, I am. I do like a good rant on that stuff, you know. But again, like I help all my clients with this. Like some of their tasks. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of my clients actually fail at their diets is because emotionally we are sort of in tune with the way that we eat. So if you've got these negative thought processes coming in, at the moment social media is very negative. Yeah. There's so many debates going on for lots of different things, and it's not for my place to get involved, but one of my biggest advice is to remove Facebook from your phone. Yeah. Okay, and just set it as, when you go on your laptop, set it as the home page. Yeah. But the page you want. So I would either do your own timeline page rather than the newsfeed, or your favorite group. So mine, as soon as I click Facebook button on all my bookmarks, it takes me exactly to my Academy community page. It's a really good. It's the only thing on Facebook I like. Takes me straight to there. Perfect. Yeah. You know, and it means that I'm not just mindlessly checking Facebook and getting amongst it all with all the negativity. Okay. So Lucas said, I only see this this unit is now dead. I only see this unit is now dead, but until we know the points, we have no clue if something is viable. Not sure what that kind of refers to.
So D, they will be CP starved if they don't get some way around having a pay for detachment.
So Jared has said, yeah, Dark Eldar will be CP starved if they have to get... Look, they're bound to have thought about this. They are bound to. So don't worry about it, Jared. There's going to be plenty of ways, and not that many people actually ever, and this is competitively, not many people ever ran 3 detachments in Dark Eldar, did they? Let's be honest. They normally ran 2.
It's normally 2, just because for your points.
It's like a Black Heart and a Coven.
Yeah, I managed to fit 3 in, but which was an air wing, a spearhead, and a second spearhead. Yeah. And then I paid 1 for the Court of the Archon, whatever it is. So I'm actually up now.
Yeah.
On loads of CP.
Honestly, you're going to spend 3 for an extra battalion. So you're going to be starting with literally 9 plus the extra D3 you get. And then you get another 6. So that's like, what, 15?
And it depends on what they do with patrols.
Yeah.
Because patrols, if that's only 1 CP, like if you're taking Witch Cult, you'll take 2 characters and 2 big bogs of witches and be done with it, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you want to take 6 talent, you can just take a patrol of the Homunculus with the Vexator Mask, 1 small unit of Rax, or a big 10-man unit of Rax.
Yeah.
And then just kind of split your towers between 2 heavy support choices.
Yeah. In the Shadows, he said, great mindset, and I really like that you stay positive and that you fixed your logo. Oh, the logo is always the same. It was actually the camera.
Yeah, I put that on wonky
last time. So the camera, I can put it on the skew and it will just be kind of all over the place. So
Well, I actually managed to get it on right for a change, and now you've ruined it.
I've completely ruined it, yeah.
If you're going to have a plague, play Black Plague.
Yeah, I used to be a negative person. This hobby and the people in it have helped me to change that. I've also avoided Facebook like the plague, yeah. And again, question yourself. One of the biggest things you can ever do to change your habits is to say it out loud. If you've become, like, let's say you realise that you've become a little bit negative about something or anything in your life that you don't like or you don't enjoy or you think, actually, that's not a very good trait for me, say it out loud. You know, literally, why am I doing this? And then you'd probably stop yourself from doing it again. Yeah. So say it out loud and and then just remove yourself from it. Yeah? Yeah. So, I mean, even Joe, of all people, came in today and said, Steve, I hate to tell you this, but you were right.
This conversation never happened.
Don't be that guy. You know, just be a nice person.
I came in, I was like, I said something to myself, and I realised that you were right, Steve. Yeah. And I hate myself for that.
Yeah. For admitting I was right.
For admitting that Steve was right.
Yeah.
And I am a painting snob.
He is. He is a painting snob, but we're dealing with it, aren't we? Yeah. So we're literally talking it through now with Joe. So when he does a snobby comment on painting of probably mine,
I don't do it on social media. I don't tend to talk. I lurk and I watch. But when Steve goes, I painted this model, I'm like, it's all right.
No, you'll just go,
He'll be like, we painted this army and you can use it in an event. And I'm like, no, because I don't paint it.
Yeah. So we're getting over that now, aren't we?
Baby steps.
Baby steps. But the first step was admitting Joe had a problem. Yeah. But we're going to get through it. And I appreciate Joe for being a bigger person there and, accepting it. I'm working on myself at the moment, and that's not just to throw my models in the tray when they're dead.
Yeah, that hurts me.
I'm going to start placing them.
Cry.
I'm going to start placing my models. Although Joe got my tray of models and chucked it on the floor earlier.
No. We have got a tray of models that we're gonna kind of send off to live
somewhere
on a farm somewhere in replacement for goods and services, and and I had it on the side. Yeah. I was just working away, just tapping away on the keyboard, and then somehow it all just threw itself on the floor.
That's what happened.
Yeah. What's going on here now? So I was running double battalion and air wing.
See, Jared, you just need to put your air wing in your battalion. You're fine. You haven't lost anything. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Let's
move on from Dark Elder. I'm sick of them anyway.
Don't forget as well, with the detachment CP thing, for everyone, you do get a CP a turn.
Yeah, you get 6 over the game.
I think they might be going down the kill team route. So if you get, if your warlord is on the table, you get 1 CP a turn. And then he has other ways of generating extra CP.
Well, let's not speculate, yeah.
Could
be, but
armies still have ways of getting CP back as well.
Yeah, refund. You get it back on 6s, don't you? Yeah. Right. So Serena said, I know you enjoy competitive, but the main excitement seems to be about Crusade. You ever think of doing campaigns?
Every day. I think what we can do is we can play competitively.
Yeah.
And then I go at the end. I've been running a campaign, like a crusade thing of myself, and I can kind of track it because I've got a lot of friends who are very excited about it. And probably still use points, and it means that I can play against you. Yeah. Tool my stuff up, and then go and smash them.
And I'm going to be like, oh Joe, which is that character you want to level up? Cool. Right, 30 snipers.
And then I'll be like, he's now
dead. Out.
Cullen Arisen.
I'm like, last cannon.
This will be Archon Arisen. And Archon has died, and they have gifted him a dreadnought. Level 5 dreadnought.
Are we going to do it? Maybe, who knows? It's not something that I'm going to... At the end of the day, a lot of people follow this channel for, hopefully, tactics and strategy and combinations and all that stuff. Bit of, minor jokes.
I'm going to hijack it and turn it into a fluff channel. It's going to be, and we're going to be called the Power Fluff Girls.
We're never doing that.
Well,
we're never doing that. I'm just saying that right now, guys. Just don't worry, okay? Joe will be gone before that happens. Yeah. The first step to changing yourself is taking the step you want to change, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, absolutely. Jared, Space Wolves for now, letting the wolf and hunt things down with hammer then. Absolutely. Right, we're going to leave that there. That was 38 minutes. I hope you guys have an incredible weekend, and make sure you watch the preview from Games Workshop tomorrow.
Yep.
And again, if you're excited about the 9 battle reports in 9 days when 9th edition drops, give this a huge thumbs up. Please tell your friends about the channel. It would mean so much to me. I want to hit the 20,000 subscribers mark, because that's the next one for us.
Yeah,
but we need your help. We need your help. So please tell your friends.
Sign up for the course and get your training as well.
And that, yeah. And also, new podcast with me and Brian is now available on Stitcher, iTunes, all that stuff. All will be available on, if you want to see the beautiful Brian and myself talking it out, that's on that. And also, I was on 40K Today podcast yesterday, so you can go and check that one out as well. So you got loads of stuff over the weekend. Academy, I'm going to be releasing 2 new videos for you tomorrow. So if you're on the Academy, you'll get 2 new videos tomorrow. Anyway, love you and leave you. See you on Monday, and take care.
Bye-bye.
See you later.